You're listening to the Open Books Podcast.
Your next chapter starts now.
Is it love, 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 love that I'm feeling? Is it love, 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 love that I'm feeling? Is she the one?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the best up-and-coming podcast. Tell your friends about us and join our growing community, the Open Books Podcast. You may want to grab a snack for this one because it's time to catch up with your girls in a weekly report.
It is time.
It is time. Colby, how are you?
I'm so happy to be here with you.
Me too. I'm very excited.
We always talk like an hour before we start, and we're like, should we hit record?
Should we just record this right now? But that's our warm-up. I feel like we can't just like jump into an episode cold.
We have to be authentic.
We have to be authentic.
We have to get everything off our chest first and then really get into the nitty-gritty.
Right. We trauma dump.
Yeah.
And then we talk.
It's so true.
Talk about the other stuff.
Dude, it's so true. But the weekly reports, I feel like we found our groove with them because when we do them too close to each other, it's like I don't have that much to say.
No, nothing interesting is happening in the week
Exactly.
or 2 weeks we do apart.
But then when you go 2 weeks, you're like, so much has happened. I scroll through our text and I'm like, talk about this, talk about this.
Yep.
As I was doing the notes, I was like, oh, I need to ask Amber about this. Mostly like lots of TV, which is just such a joy.
The amount of TV we've been consuming
On our plates right now.
quite actually might be disgusting.
It's so bad.
To some people.
Not me.
Not me. I saw a TikTok and this girl was like, there is no better feeling than like you're out and about doing your errands and then you remember you have TV to watch.
I have a show.
You have a new episode.
I love
And
that feeling.
truly it's top tier.
I have a show.
And there's so many on rotation. We're going to get into it.
We have them
We're
like
gonna get into
literally
it.
on a rotation in the microwave spinning around.
And we're just watching, waiting for the food to be ready.
I'm like, did you watch this episode, Jay?
I've had some feedback. People really enjoyed the None of This Is True episode. Mm-hmm. So
I love that. And I think people really, really enjoyed the audiobook with us.
I'm just like smiling ear to ear.
I love you.
We love you so much.
I think people took our recommendation on the audiobook and were like,
as they should.
and people have texted me and said, this audiobook is the best audiobook I've ever heard. We weren't lying.
Shats.
It shats.
It truly takes a big steamy shat on
The one I'm currently listening to? Girl. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay, what I've been up to. Let me get my notes out because I have three
take out
bullet
your
points.
notes.
3 bullet points. First thing, the month of June has been extremely busy.
I second that.
It's normally, I feel like my summers, I don't know, aren't so busy. I guess also this summer I do have a child who was born in June, so that definitely consumes a lot of my June because he planned for his birthday, and then his birthday was on a Wednesday, so of course we had to like do stuff at my house for him on his actual birthday, and I had to plan for his birthday party. But his birthday party was a success. Birthday parties, like for a small child, it's just like so extreme. And I don't care. I'll do it forever and ever. Like, I love it. It's so much fun.
We'll do whatever.
We'll do whatever for the child.
For the child.
For the child. But it's so worth it. Like, it's so much fun. So we had like a little baseball birthday party, and he's just like 2. Like, it's just so cute. You know what I mean? He's just like, you just want to eat him up.
Take a big bite.
Yeah.
The party was such a good, like...
It was a bob.
It was a bob.
It was a hit.
Good vibes.
Yeah. Good vibes only.
Good vibes only.
For Leo.
All the vibes for Leo.
Right.
But like everyone was just vibing.
Yes, and I just
It was
want
like
to say,
good conversation, like amongst the adults.
I love that. The children were having fun.
Children were having fun. They were playing.
Leo loved being the center of attention. It was so cute.
Blow out
he
the
got like amazing
candles.
presents. Blow out the candles, and he sings happy birthday to himself. And I just want to say, you got me my favorite gift. You got me Camper and the Counselor book.
I had to. No, but if you listen to the toast, you know.
You know. And if you listen to us, you know, listen to the toast.
That's right.
So you got me like my fave gift for him, but that was really,
good.
really fun.
That makes me so happy.
The next thing is that I had my 10-year high school reunion.
Okay.
I told you about it.
Oh.
I told you. And I just want to say that your take on reunions was so spot on. It's just not the same as I feel like people in the 70s, you know, their experience for a high school reunion.
Yeah. Even the 90s.
Even the 90s, so much. We're so connected these days on on our phones all the time that like there just wasn't anyone there that I didn't know what they were up to, which is fine. I love that. But it's like it wasn't like the shock factor of like, wow, you guys are married, and like, what have y'all been up to, and how many kids do you have?
Right, like, oh, that's what you do for work now?
Nothing like that.
Because let's be for real, like,
we know. We have friends on Facebook. We have been since 2011.
Yeah, like, I know everything you're doing.
Then the last thing that I did recently was I went to Woodhouse Spa and got a massage.
How was it?
A massage. I've never gotten a massage before, besides the one scalp massage
Oh,
that
I
we
didn't
recently
know
got.
that.
Never.
So this was your first full body?
Yes, it was my first full body. I really remember being pregnant and like really wanting a prenatal massage, but never got around to it. Now I wish I would, and I think you definitely need to at some point.
I was going to ask you about a prenatal.
I never got one. I really wanted to, and I think you should.
Does Woodhouse offer a prenatal?
They do.
I wonder. Oh,
because that's where I was going to go.
Oh, wow.
So one of mine and Allie's students gave us both gift cards for like their end of the year gift to us.
What an angel.
Angel. And so we decided to go together because she wanted us to.
Right.
So we went together and it was so much fun. I wanted to tell you that the most amazing part for me was when they did my hands and my wrist. And I think it's because I work from home. So
I'm saying you probably type so much.
That's what it is. And I'm always like, it's this wrist in particular, my right wrist that I use on the mouse. Lately, I've been wondering, like, why does my wrist hurt so bad? And, like, just this whole arm, I'm always just like, ooh, it's sore. And then I realized it's because I'm constantly just using it as I'm working all day on the computer. So when he got to my wrist, I was like, can you keep doing that, please? Like, he was, like, rolling him around.
So nice. Oh, you had a male masseuse?
I had a male masseuse. But he was just getting in there on my shoulders. He actually asked me, he's like, do you mind the pressure that I'm putting? You really need it. I'm like, okay, go for it.
Increase it, baby.
I'm like, I'm fine. Your feet as a pregnant person, like, they're working. They're working
overtime.
Overtime.
OT, collecting paychecks because
they're collecting coins because they're working hard with all that extra baggage, literally.
Baggage.
So
Speaking
true.
of the baggage.
So what you doing?
The baggage? Well, I'll start there.
The baggage.
The baggage has hit. Because I was like coasting, and I'm not saying this in any type of way. It'll be like, it didn't gain the weight. She's here.
Oh my God, for real?
The weight came a knocking.
That's crazy because the last time we sat in this chair, we were like, well, like I haven't really gained that much weight yet. Like I'm
That was literally 2 weeks ago.
Boo-boo-to-fool.
It's here. I was boo-boo-to-fool. I'm not kidding.
Oh my God, wait, tell me all about it. I need to know everything.
Okay.
We haven't talked about your like pregnancy updates that much.
No. So I'm 23 weeks, and I have gained about 15 pounds.
Okay, so you're halfway.
Yeah.
That is very good stats, by the way.
But I feel
it's
like it
still not
happened in
fun.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, is this how this is? Like, is this healthy? Because
It came all at once.
it came all at once.
Yeah.
So I was like, can I just coast through pregnancy with
Right.
like 5 pounds?
You know, I might gain
which
a
is
little
not-
water weight.
a little bloat, which is not healthy. Like, please, y'all don't come for me. I know you have to gain weight.
Everyone feels the same way when they're
I
pregnant.
get it. We're sticking with the baby stuff. Visible movements. I can like, obviously I don't see like a foot go across my stomach yet.
You will.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But I see like, you could see my belly moving with
pops.
the little taps and pops.
It's
I'm like,
so
this
freaking
is
cute.
crazy. Moving so much, which I'm so thankful for.
Yeah.
Was Matthew or Leo like on a schedule? Like you knew like, oh,
It's time.
here it is.
They're awake.
7 a.m. and midnight. Is
7
like,
a.m. and midnight.
is like the most
I'm sure you
active.
look forward to those times.
I
You're
do.
Like,
I
where
stay
are
up
ya?
so late now. Like if I'll just randomly text you
Wait.
at like 1 a.m. and
I
I'm
have
like,
been noticing about us that we've been texting later lately. It's like 11, and I'm like, why are we both awake? I know why you're awake now.
yeah, I
You're
can't.
feeling the babe.
Yeah, I'm like I can't fall asleep right now.
You have to witness this.
I have to.
I
Every
wonder
little
how
thing I'm
much,
like trying to video.
The babies kick at night while you're sleeping, and you just don't know.
I'm sure it's so much.
It's gotta be a
Because when
lot.
we went for our anatomy scan and the baby was sticking their hand in the mouth, I'm like, this is happening. I don't even know.
Cute. And you don't know what it. Yeah, you don't feel
Absolutely
it.
not.
That's the best feeling ever.
I know.
Everyone says it like, "Oh, mother's love," and you're like, "Yeah, I know, my mom loves me."
Yes, mother's love.
No, you don't understand.
Don't understand
Until
because
you get it.
I'm like, you're safe inside of
Yeah.
me.
Forever
No
and
one
ever.
can hurt you.
You're mine.
You're mine. So now I get it. And the other thing I had no idea was like when you can feel the baby actually like moving, not those taps and pops, but like it feels like a snake moving,
That's
like
freaky.
slithering. I'm like,
They're rolling around a little bit.
yes, that is a wild feeling that I had no idea.
It is really weird. And another thing that you'll come to learn when you get like way bigger, like way super pregnant, like talking like 35 weeks, you're like almost there. The movements actually stop as much because there's no room.
they can't
move around.
Oh
So
my gosh!
that's
Like right now,
another
it's
paranoia.
like a playground right now.
Exactly. All kinds of
They got room.
But it's like another paranoia you face at that time because you're like, I don't feel the baby as much, but there's just nowhere to really go. You'll just get like less frequent like squirms and squiggles and just more like punches. They just like kick you.
And then Josh and I went and started looking at furniture for the
babe.
nursery for the bib. We went to Pottery Barn Kids. So stinking cute. Everything's just so expensive.
It is very expensive, but I don't feel like people talk about Pottery Barn Kids that much, and they actually have the most like nice quality things. Like their stuff is very nice.
It is. It's super nice. I was even like looking at their gliders and stuff that they had. I'm
It's
like,
nice.
this is so nice.
It is.
So we went there. We went to Rooms to Go Kids, which
Wasn't the best.
no, they didn't really have like baby stuff. They had more like kid and teen
Child. Like this is
Child.
in store y'all went? Mm-hmm. Where at?
in Metairie.
Oh, okay.
And then we were all over the place. We were at Como. We were at Cons. We were at. My mom was like, "What are y'all doing at Cons? It's an
We're shopping."
appliance store." I'm like, "They've expanded, okay." But it was nice. Like that was like, really our first time like going in person.
To look at things.
And we also went to the baby's room.
yes.
Which y'all, the
Tell me about
baby's room, also like Itsy Bitsy Boutique. It's off of Causeway Boulevard, like south, like going towards Airline. It's so cute. There's so much like local New Orleans baby stuff in there.
I love that.
They have furniture. They have strollers. Like they had Dunas in there. The Merlin sleep sack. So much stuff. Super cute. And the lady, like we were talking to one, I guess she was one of the owners, and she was asking if we were pregnant, all of that. And she gave me, they have like a registry checklist
Aw.
just to like make sure you have everything. The baby's room in Metairie. You can do a registry through them, and it's really sweet.
Online shopping is like, it's taking over. Like, I'm just thinking, like, I don't think I got anything in person for Leo, my second kid, because
Yeah.
like at that point, I think I did for Matthew, but at that point, like everything I just was online, and I think it is like a really fun and special experience to
It
go
was.
shopping in person.
Lastly, I just came back from vacation last week. We did 4 days at the Emerald Grand in Destin. It was very nice. We did not go to the beach. We didn't get in the water. There was no Crab Island. We were
The sharks
terrified.
was not getting y'all
We
up.
were terrified.
Is that why
Well,
y'all didn't go in the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we
I
so
wouldn't
we
either.
so like we hung out by the pool, and they have the harbor walk, so we like went to the little shops. It was really like 2 full days. And then we did like a road trip. We went to the Destin Commons, which I highly recommend.
What is that?
Destin Commons is like their mall
Okay, like
out
shopping
there.
center.
Yeah, only it's
Shopping area.
massive, and it's
Okay.
just so nice. Look, last week someone posted Crab Island with a shark,
What the?
and you
fuck's
can see
going
our
on?
hotel in the background.
Girl.
We were out there at that same time. I'm like, I'm just not about it.
It's not worth it.
I get it. And like everybody out there, like the locals and stuff, were like, it's their house. Like we're getting in their home. I'm like, I get that. Like I know sharks live there.
Right.
And they're always
They
somewhere.
live in the ocean.
So we did not do any like beach activities. But I think that's everything. I got extensions.
You do have
I
inches.
did get inches. So I had very long hair that I grew out for 5 years.
It was so long.
It was such a process. I was literally obsessed, okay? Cue the fertility journey, okay? And if you know me, I'm all about manifesting. So I was like, well, maybe if I cut my hair to like be more of like a mom cut, like I'm getting into the mom mindset. So I cut my hair off, not as short as I wanted to, thank God, because remember I was getting those fringe bobs like right underneath their chin, like in the
Yes.
fall. Could you imagine looking like Lord Farquaad?
Bangs and all.
Bangs and all. So I just did like, I cut off a lot of hair. Like it was like almost to my hips
Yeah.
and cut to like right above my boobs.
You were like, I'm going to
nipples.
personify mom.
Like to me, that was giving mom energy.
was giving mama.
I completely understand like
Mom
any
can have long hair.
right? Like mom, like I could have been giving mama at that moment, but I had to do something, so I cut
Totally get that.
it. And then I was like, rocked it for a couple months, and I'm like, I actually like don't even feel like myself.
Yeah, it was nice at first though, right? It was like
I loved it.
a weight lifted.
It was
if
a
you
weight
will.
lifted. I felt like, you know, you always feel kind of fresh and new.
Fresh and new.
Pinch
Jinx.
poke.
Always.
But then I got extensions. They're K-tips. I think they were 22 inches, but obviously I got a ton cut
Yeah.
off, and my hair cut to match them. So
Well, they look fabulous.
thank you. I'm still getting used to them because,
Yeah, I
like,
feel like
I'm not really. Honestly, like, if you see me and you see that they're hanging out,
mind your
just
business.
mind your business because
Mind your business.
I'm not worried about it.
She's not worried. Well, it's foreign to your head, so
Yeah.
like I can understand it being something you have to get used to.
But do you see me? Like, I keep picking them,
Yeah, you're like,
but I'm already a scalp picker
and they look so nice, and you'll
Thank
have
you.
beautiful long hair for your baby shower.
for the baby shower and maternity pictures. So
It's
I'm
perfect.
like, and I might even, like, depending on how well I can keep up with them, be able to like soak them up until labor.
Until labor, and then you'll be really laid up.
And I'm gonna be laid up.
If it makes you feel good, though, like, do it. So reading,
Or-
we read None of This Is True.
Correct.
I don't think I've read anything else. I've started our new book, which we'll talk about at the end of the episode, but I haven't read anything else. Have you?
So obviously none of this is true. I read the 4 agreements just because I've just been so emotional. So the 4 agreements are: be impeccable with your word, do not take anything personally, which I am struggling with right now.
Yes. As a pregnant person, it's so hard.
And it's
you
like
feel everything so deeply.
so deeply. And I know deep down, I'm like, girl, A, it's not that serious. B, the way we're acting is kind of dumb, but I can't control it.
Yeah. Heavy on the it's not that serious too. Because when you are so emotional about something and you take a step back after, or even the next day, because I remember being that way when I was pregnant. I mean, as a girl, just in general, and as a hormonal person.
Yes.
That is something that we experience. But definitely in pregnancy, everything just hits so much harder.
And different.
Yeah.
Like, the way I think is different right now.
I know. So many people can relate to that. I'm sure it's so normal, but you don't feel in the moment like it's normal.
Do not make assumptions. And the last one is always do your best.
So does the book just dive deep into each of those 4
Correct.
agreements? Okay, I love that. I want to read that.
Yeah, and it's relatively short. It's like maybe a little over 100 pages. Like, it's super small.
I can handle that.
I read The Housemaid's Secret, which I read that so fast.
And that was like your beach read.
That was my beach read, yeah.
Okay.
And then the book we're currently reading.
Our CR.
Our
current read.
CR.
A tub, like a literal tub of icing. The Pillsbury kind, you know, the kind that you like bake a cake with. Do you ever just sometimes buy one?
And stick a spoon in it.
Spoon feed yourself?
Spoonful of sugar.
Me watching Love Island, eating a tub of icing. Nothing's
Wait.
better. It's
Oh my God.
so good.
Now I'm going to want it when I go home.
Oh my God, Amber, it's so good, Matt.
Now I'm going to be thinking about
First
it.
of all, Matt came home today and I was like, I had it like next to me on the sofa. He's like, what is that? I was like, it's icing.
What's what?
Me pregnant, I would have been like, why are you judging me? Like, oh. But me now, I'm so defensive. I was like, it's icing. What? What are you going to say about it?
got a
Like,
problem?
you got a problem?
You got a
He's like-
problem with this?
He's like, I'm just saying, like, that's like a lot of sugar. I was like, okay, and?
And
I'm like, leave me alone. He was right. He's like, your stomach's going to hurt. I'm like, I don't care. He was right, though.
I was
Like,
just looking out for your tummy.
it did hurt, but like, it is so good.
Okay, well, now I'm definitely going to want that.
And it's a perfect little, like, you need a little, you have a
But-
sweet tooth, go get a spoonful.
But when do you call it quits?
That's the
Because
problem.
that would be dangerous for me because I would easily just eat the container of icing.
Well, you see, that is the issue with the container of icing. It's you have to have like extreme self control because when it's one of those things like when you're eating, it's like ice cream. It goes down so easily you don't realize how much you're eating, and the moment it's like the next thing you know that half the tub is gone.
Right.
So that's the problem. But if you feel like you control it, like it does satisfy the sweet tooth. Like if you really want something sweet, you just go in the tub, just get a big old spoonful, lick it down.
So freaking good.
So good. Sorry, put
I
that
bet
in
you
your
my
head.
baby would love that.
Love.
Love.
They'd be like, please more.
Because I've been doing that with peanut butter.
I love
Like a spoonful of peanut butter
makes the medicine go down.
makes the medicine go down.
That's it.
So I have Kenji Nola sushi restaurant.
Never been, but it looks really good.
Obsessed. First of all, if you go, you have to get the Wagyu rice. Anyway, Wagyu rice, and then I did the tempura lobster, and it comes out like in the lobster tail shell with like this drizzle. So good. They also have like the omakase option for the sushi where you just like get 12 random different pieces that the chef recommends. But more than that, the hostess, the waitresses, so nice and accommodating. They were like, oh, we can sear a piece of sushi for you. And I was like, I would love that.
That
so
is
they
so
like
nice.
seared and cooked a piece of the whatever fish that it was.
So you told them I'm pregnant, or like it was kind of like said.
Yeah.
Wow.
So nice.
Yeah.
In the mood. Like to describe the vibe, it's like this moody, they have like R&B playing, like it was smooth. You know what I'm saying?
need to go
It
there.
wasn't like a party vibe, it was just smooth. Like it was very grown. Like it felt good.
So it's a sushi restaurant.
Yes.
But they have other options.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have like different small plates that you can get. We got Brussels sprouts that were really good.
Okay.
Like I definitely didn't go there and was like, oh wow, this is my only option if I don't eat sushi. So like if you don't eat sushi or you can't eat sushi, they have options.
Okay, because I really don't eat sushi. I did try sushi, which I'm going to tell you about. But I like those types of vibes, so I want to keep trying places like that. So that sounds like a really...
You would like the...
I'd find something.
Yes. Like the Wagyu rice.
And Wagyu is steak, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was just like steak fried rice, but elevated.
Oh my God. That,
So good.
That alone would be amazing for me.
Yeah. So
Love
freaking
that.
good. So that's all I really got for eating.
So for Skylar's birthday, we went to Moro's Steakhouse. It is like a new location in the city. And it had the same vibes. Very like moody,
Love.
very elevated, very grown. And that's what we were looking for Skylar's birthday. We wanted to go somewhere like that. That was just going to be like very good, low-key vibes. So me and Amanda were kind of like planning it for Skylar, and we were like, we want to give like midnight chic.
Oh, I like that.
You like that term?
Yes.
It kind of came up as like midnight chic. I was like, think like Vampire Diaries. Like I want to give like a low key like
Yes.
New Orleans midnight chic vibe. So we did like we told Skylar to wear black and we all wore white. And it was just like so fun. Like
That
we were just
is
like
fun.
It was like a grown up like fun little girly thing to do. We got her
Yes.
like a little cake from that really cute cake place, Pretty Funky Treats. That's what
Pretty
it's called.
funky treats.
They have very cute cakes. And they had really, really good food too, and you would love it. They did have like Wagyu tacos, appetizers.
Shut up.
I didn't know Wagyu was steak because I'm a broke ass bitch and I never heard of Wagyu in
We
my
just
life.
call it steak.
We just steak. Wait, Brianna asked them like, how much is because they don't, some stuff they don't have the price.
Right. Market value.
Yeah, she's like, how much is the Wagyu tonight? She was like, something outrageous. Okay, she was like $175 or something like fucking crazy.
Y'all choked on
for
your
like
drinks?
a piece of steak. All of us like tried to like play it cool, Like
Perhaps
we're like
a salad.
literally, I'll have a potato.
I'll have a side salad.
We all like tried to play cool when she said that too. We're like, okay, thanks. And she walked off and we're like, yeah.
It is. Anything with like dinner and drinks,
Count
I'm
me in.
so down.
Home by like 11, preferably 10:30.
I would say at the latest 11.
Right, preferably 10:30, but 11, I'm like, I'm good.
Good. Because
And-
you still can do your routine and it's not.
Yes, because by the time we were done eating, it was like 9:30. Then we went to Hot 10 rooftop bar, had some drinks, looked at the city views. Home by 11, I was like, it's nearly perfect night.
Nearly a perfect night.
Exactly. Playing. This is our TV segment,
Spoilers ahead.
y'all. We watch so much TV. Big spoilers.
Honestly, and I would say that's why our reading has been
You're right.
depleted.
You're right.
We've been spending every waking hour watching TV.
It's so true. I didn't put that like puzzle piece together, but I am committed to my TV right now. Okay, so something that I have recently restarted because it's on Netflix is How I Met Your Mother.
For me, is not like I've watched it start to finish, episode in sequence. Like if it was just like randomly on,
You've seen it.
I've seen it.
You know the characters.
Yeah.
You know like the vibe. And it was when I was in college, I believe, at LSU. I decided to like give it a full try and watch it from start to finish. And it's a project. It's like Desperate Housewives, because it is a lot. It's like 10 seasons. It's a lot of episodes. But I decided to watch it through, and it is, to me, the best sitcom there is. I think it's like better than Friends, but I've also never watched Friends like start to finish, so I don't
Same.
know.
Friends is another one like
It
that.
just doesn't really do it for me as much.
yeah.
I don't have the like care to. So you've never really watched Friends start to finish either?
Just like if it's on in the background, I would turn it on sometimes just to have some like background noise on.
Me too.
But
I do think when our content plate runs out, and for you specifically, like on maternity leave coming up soon, you're going to need like a show like that. How I Met Your Mother, I think, is one of the most perfect shows to just watch start to finish because it's kind of for me what Desperate Housewives is to you.
Oh, well then I have to give it a try.
It is. It's got like amazing characters, amazing character development. There is deep storylines, and it's funny because it's a sitcom, but there's so many like really serious moments, storylines, and like the way everything comes together because it's really all just about your main character, Ted, telling his children how he met their mother. And the whole show, you don't know who their mom is.
Right.
You don't meet her until like the last season. You finally meet their mom. So it's like his whole life.
I need
and
to
then,
watch.
it's one of those by the end of it, you're just like bawling your eyes out. So good. I think for maternity leave, you have to be so careful about what you watch because
makes sense.
If you think you're hormonal now, I know you know. But postpartum, it's
but like I really don't know.
I know.
Like I have an idea. I know what people tell me.
Right.
But like I don't know.
And not everybody experiences the same postpartum hormones.
Right.
It depends on so many things. Breastfeeding, the type of birth you had.
Yeah.
Whatever. It depends on so many things. So for me, when I think about like the shows that I watch postpartum, I had to be like very careful about things that just made me like excited and happy.
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother is like an A+ show.
Okay. I will say that my time with 60 Days In has come to an end simply because I just fell off. Other things took precedent, and I was just like, I've watched 4 seasons of this. I get it.
I've seen what I needed to see.
I'm done. So my time in jail is over. Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup. The only takeaway right now is that kind of what we discussed about, help me. Ryan.
Yeah.
Is he truly is just.
He's too much.
He's a bit much.
He's a bit much.
A bit much. And I understand.
You get Gypsy.
I get it. You're just mad.
She needs some space.
Because I have a Chad.
Yeah.
And you don't have a man.
What did she say about Panini Pressed? I'm obsessed.
Oh my gosh, wait.
I think you're the one that's Panini Pressed.
Panini Press.
Gypsy is out of control.
Out of control. She has become a monster.
Quite literally. Gypsy had a nose job,
monster.
and she said, it is fucking over for you
Demon
hoes.
time.
Demon time. Gypsy's on demon time.
Gypsy's on demon time. But like, I might have been the same way.
100%. Nose job, you can't fucking tell me.
Don't tell me anything.
Wait, totally agree about Ryan. So y'all know we're on Gypsy lore. Like, we read
Yes.
Gypsy's book. We watched Gypsy's show. We watched her documentary. We know that she... Well, first of all, we had talked about previously that we had a gut feeling that her and Ryan weren't going to last because it was just like a lot at once.
Truly.
Then Gypsy, it came out that she was saying that he was like hoarding food and,
and he was like dirty.
He was like funky. And she's like, he snores a lot. I get that. Like,
she got the ick.
She got the ick. And
she got the ick.
That's all that it is. Like Ken. He gives cool guy vibes.
Ken's playing it cool. You're right.
Exactly. He's playing a little more hard to get. He's the guy that you kind of got to chase a little bit. He's the one that's like smoking cigarettes outside of Dollar General.
He's like a little fuck boy.
Exactly. Ryan's
the
like,
fuck boy.
I love you so much. I'll do anything for you. And Gypsy's like, fuck off.
And like, how many times are they going to say they consummated? Is that
consummated their marriage?
Consummated our marriage. I'm like, you're telling your family. You're telling your dad and stepmom this right now.
It's really weird.
Stop.
Gypsy has to understand the ways of the world after coming out of prison. And like, I think we knew that was going to be an adjustment for her. And having like a husband attach himself to her and make himself part of it, it wasn't going to work. And Ryan's like, go call Ken.
Go call. Who's that, Ken?
Low key, she's like texting him in the front seat. Like they're like, Gypsy's going to Jazz Fest with Ken, like in New Orleans.
She had plans.
She knew.
Ryan was meant to bring her home to Louisiana for her to meet up with Ken.
She needed a ride.
You're just mad.
You're just mad because I have a Ken.
And you don't have a man.
When Gypsy Rose said Panini Pressed,
I think the world stopped. Where were you when Gypsy Rose said, you're the one that's Panini Pressed?
I also did watch the TikTok documentary with the TikTok cult. Did you see that one?
I started it and fell asleep.
It was kind of stupid.
The dancing one?
Yeah.
I wasn't really that into it like I thought I would be.
It was just like giving fraudulent. The whole thing. Nobody was right. The parents so there was like these two sisters that were TikTok famous. One of them ended up in a cult, but it's like all of it was for clout and for money. And I was just like, am I really? It felt like an episode of Black Mirror. I'm like, am I watching a documentary about TikTok dancers who got influenced into a cult? It just,
That doesn't seem right.
what are you doing?
That is so the modern world.
Exactly. I'm like, it was too real for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
is this really the world in which I live in?
And it is.
And it freaked me out. Exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
It was too real.
Oh, I have one.
Okay.
I've been watching the Kardashians season 5.
You love keeping up with them.
You can't make me hate the Kardashians. You just can't.
Could never.
I'm sorry. I can't hate them. Since season 1 of Keeping Up, I was keeping up.
You kept up.
Like Kendall and Kylie were literally like 8 years old.
They were so funny.
Yeah. It's just good.
That reminds
Good
me of a good
content.
show to just keep on, like to have on when I'm
Yes.
in the
It's a good
background.
one. Tell Them You Love Me. Did you finish that documentary?
I started it. I'm almost done, actually. I watched it when I was getting ready.
Maybe we should save it then. Because I have some serious
No, I
thoughts.
want to talk about it because I'm almost done and I know, like, enough. That woman is sick.
Sick. She's wrong.
Sick.
And in no world. These are major spoilers, okay? Tell Me You Love Me is a documentary that's on Netflix that Colby brought to my attention. It was like, hey, like, this might be something interesting to watch. I immediately put it on.
It was, like, worse than I thought.
I was not prepared. I thought it was just going to be like this facilitated communication. I thought it was going to out that world. That the whole thing is like
Not real.
fraudulent.
Right. That there's, like, a community of people who claim to be, like, facilitators for these disabled people, and it's like they are mostly lying.
Correct. So I thought it was going to be following like how much that hurt and devastated
The disabled.
D-Man's
and their
family.
families. Yes.
Correct.
I thought so, too.
My jaw was on the floor, Colby.
This man had cerebral palsy. He's
Correct.
very, very disabled. He
Nonverbal.
Nonverbal. His whole life.
He can't talk. He was in his 30s when this woman came into his life.
And he had never really spoken. He just lived his life.
Correct. His mom and older brother physically took care of him. So, like, if anyone knows Derek, it's his mother and his brother.
And the part that I knew that she was demented was when she said, I just noticed that he was such a deep person. He cared deeply about concepts in the world, and he liked having deep conversations. And she was like, that's what I like in a man. And, like, that's the type of man I go for. And I'm like, this bitch is going to abuse him.
She groomed this man
She did. And I don't think
to be who she wanted him to be. And he wasn't.
never.
If you look at the medical records, I mean, he was deemed incompetent.
He everything she said about him was
false.
She made it up.
She made it up. And the
God,
device.
what a freak. Oh my God, I'm so mad at her.
And look, we don't want to tell y'all the everything.
Because you have to watch.
You have to watch it. You have to see it. You have to experience it because it's eye opening. Because it does show you that like disabled people are probably getting taken advantage of
Victims.
way more than we realize. Like, it makes me sick.
That actually makes me
cue the emotions.
I hate that.
Baby. So I can't
Right.
imagine when you have to physically care for your child because they can't care
Their
for
whole
themselves.
life.
Their whole lives, right. And then this woman comes in, and this is one of the parts that got it for me. There's
getting
a part
angry.
they're driving in the car, the mom and the not caregiver,
I know.
teacher.
What even was she?
And the mom was playing gospel music, and she was saying that they went to church every Sunday. This is what the family listens to in the car. And Anne said, Derek prefers classical music. So she changed it. Anne changed it. So the mom was like, bitch, this is my car.
Girl.
And I know my son.
And he's my son.
No. And so Anne starts saying, he wants to live alone. And the mom's like, he physically cannot live alone.
Right.
The relationship
Oh my God.
comes out. And
It's disgusting.
It's absolutely wrong. It's so wrong.
Because
100% watch for awareness.
This brought something to my attention that it was a concept that I have never once given thought to about how many other disabled people who really cannot speak for themselves are being taken advantage of. It reminded me a lot of like the horror stories you hear about like old folks home and and old people getting taken advantage
abuse,
of, which also just makes me physically ill and want to cry my eyes out because people, if you are a person in power like fucking Anne, who is abusive and ill-intentioned and just selfish and like sick and twisted in the head, and you use it for your advantage.
And she thought she did nothing wrong.
Bitch.
She thinks it's a love story.
And like justice for Derek.
Justice for
like,
Derek.
And literally, like, I wish the worst for you. I really do. So I have been keeping up with dark matter. I decided let's do it because I'm in this group, and I actually found this dark matter podcast that I'm obsessed with. It's these group of guys. They're so cool and just like Binge Town TV. Because after I watched the show, I wanted to listen to a podcast, as one does. And they have broken down like every episode, and then I found that they break down a lot of like really popular TV. And deep analysis, almost like what we do for a book, but they do it for each episode. So anyway, I listened to each episode, and they've actually made me appreciate the show a little more because they're like seeing it from a different lens than you or I did.
So do I need to get back on it?
You know how the end of the book Dark Matter really picks up in action?
Yes.
With all the Jasons, and they're all like fighting each other, and it's like the Spider-Man meme. And
yes.
That happens in the series, and it's really awesome, like visually. Like they must have like a very high budget. So it's like really cool to see the universes.
Damn it, Colby.
It's good. You should watch it.
Damn it.
And then this is one that I will not let you not watch, and it's Severance. Apple TV released this show, I think in 2022, and it's called Severance, and it is definitely the best science fiction thriller.
What's it about?
There is like 4 people who work in this building called Lumen, and it is an office building, very generic, like nice office building, and you meet the characters and you learn that they are quote unquote severed employees, which means there is this technology that separates parts of your brain. So they go to work every day. They get this procedure. They opt into it. Like they sign a contract. Their person in the real world says, yes, I agree to this. I want to do this.
Okay.
The procedure is that they sever a part of their brain that separates their work life from their home life. So every day they clock into work. They have no idea, no memory of who they are as a person outside of work. No past memories of their life, no childhood, no nothing. They don't know if they have a family. They completely forget. But they come and they do this job. And then when they leave the building, they go home and they know that their person at work, they have no idea what they do at work all day. They don't know what they do all day, every day. So it's like this really interesting concept of like the soul almost, like, because it is the same person, but they have completely separate lives and memories because it's cut off. It all starts with this one new employee called Helly coming in, and she's like pissed, and she's like, what the fuck, at her outside person. She's like, I don't want to do this. I'm miserable. I'm stuck here. Because it's almost like a purgatory. If you are severed in, it's a purgatory because you leave the elevator and you close your eyes and you wake up and you're there again because you don't remember going home or going to sleep. Even though your body does. It's so good.
So
I
kind of want to start that ASAP. When's the next season come out?
They didn't say. And it is a slow burn, but like so worth it. If you've watched Severance, you know that like the last like 5 minutes of the episode, your heart will be beating so fast and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like this is so good.
Okay. Sold.
And that's why I love you so much, Amber, because no one else like cares about these things besides us.
Very passionate.
Well, the other day I was with Amanda, Skylar, something, and I said something like, "Y'all." We were talking. Oh, we're at Skylar's dinner.
Yeah.
I said something. I was like, "Y'all seen that Black episode, Mirror, where the Prime Minister has to fuck the pig, like for
Yes.
for blackmail?" And they were like, "No,
The
like,
fuck is wrong with
what are you
you?"
talking about?" I'm like, "I don't get it." Like,
You don't remember the squeals?
Like, you didn't watch that episode of Black Mirror? They're like, "No, I don't even know what Black Mirror is." I'm like,
Black Mirror would be a good one when they come out there next season to do an episode by episode recap.
So
and
true.
breakdown analysis.
Let's do that. I think they're coming out with a new season soon. So now Love Island?
Love Island. Here's the thing with Love Island. You're currently watching US and I'm currently watching the UK.
There's
but
a
we
riff.
haven't watched the other.
Exactly.
Which is why I'm back to being like, you lipsin. I fancy you.
You're cracking on.
You're cracking on.
Mm-hmm.
You mugged me off, which feels so refreshing.
It's the best feeling ever. When a new season of Love Island comes out, like it's just, like we said, there's nothing better than having an episode to watch.
Nothing better.
But here's my takeaway for Love Island USA, and when you watch it, you'll see the budget is like so up there compared to previous Love Island USA, because Love Island USA has always been like ugly stepsister to the UK.
I'll be honest, I have never watched a single episode of Love Island US. Ever.
And that's very telling of the culture because it's just not as good. It's just, it's not as premium. But I think with Ariana Madix has kind of changed everything because she's the host. I think that there's like a lot of hype around it, and they knew that. So they really stepped it up.
Because I find that I'm having a little bit of a different experience with Love Island UK.
Okay.
I don't really have any favorites, male or female. Everybody's just and I'm on episode 15 or 16.
Holy shit. By that time, you should totally be invested in someone.
I'm not.
What's going on in the zeitgeist? What's up with a Love Island UK USA switch?
I'm not in love with anyone. And there's some love triangles. Like, there's definitely some drama. Like, there's more people that I'm like, I'm not really into you than I am with, like, I'm rooting for you. So they just brought in 3 bombshells.
New bombshells.
We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Have into the villa. So we'll see. Perfect match.
Let's talk about it. Let's start with Harry Jowsey.
Let's start with him.
So Perfect Match, if you don't watch, you need to. It's kind of like the Love Island All-Stars of Netflix reality.
Yes.
That's what it seems like. Like all the, very big personalities, popular people from Netflix reality TV shows come together.
Yeah. So like Too Hot to Handle, The Trust, Dated and Related, The Mole.
Yep. All of them. Oh, The Circle.
The Circle. Squid Games Challenge.
Which we did watch.
Yeah. It's like the Netflix universe.
Exactly. And I feel like this season they really brought back like big hitters, as AKA Harry Jowsey.
Love is Blind.
Duh. One of the biggest ones.
Right.
And Harry Jowsey, I think, was like the most notable. And
clearly. I say they're golden boy, but like
it's true
he's
though.
the token fuck boy. Like he has to be on the show.
Exactly. He must have got paid so much money to be there. I was very much a Harry Jowsey apologist just because I really just like his personality. I think he's funny.
He has a great personality.
He's very charismatic.
Yes.
And like he has been since season 1 of Too Hot to Handle, even though he was the worst and he was a liar. And then like I followed all of his drama, leaving him and Francesca had like such a messy relationship. Then he got with Georgia, who won Perfect Match last year with Dom, and then like she cheated on him, and then he goes on Call Her Daddy and talks about Georgia cheating on him, and then Georgia goes on Sophia with an F and talks about him cheating on her, and like the lore is just so deep with Harry. Then he goes on Dancing with the Stars.
He's good for TV.
Exactly.
And I think that's where I'm at with Harry Jowsey.
He's good for TV.
He's entertaining.
Exactly.
And he's going to keep doing this shit because he knows it gets views. Netflix knows it gets views. Alex Cooper knows it gets views. Like, everyone's making money off this man.
He's making millions for so many people.
Why wouldn't he?
I find him extremely attractive.
He's attractive. He has a great personality. He's funny.
He's Australian.
He's going to get women.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter his red flags. It doesn't matter. It should. I mean, I'm not saying like from an ethical standpoint.
Right.
I'm purely talking as like a consumer with television.
Totally. And like I still love Harry Jowsey. I know he's the worst, but I will continue to follow him. I think he's funny.
He is funny. I'll keep listening to his podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
and I love his accent.
come on the Open Books podcast, Harry Jowsey.
And like, I love the drama.
Come hang out with us.
The Jess of it all is crazy. She was like one of the most famous people that came from Love is Blind.
First of all, Jess.
She's so pretty.
She's stunning.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with how eloquently she can communicate.
It's
like,
so true.
She's so mature. And I saw so many mixed reviews, like how she handled herself at the table of drama with Melinda.
I loved how she handled herself.
I thought she did it great. She did
it way better than I would have.
I would have been crying.
First of all,
and
crying.
freaking out.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
Screaming, crying. I would have been Harry. I would have been throwing up in the toilet.
No, Harry, every 5 minutes, he's like, I just threw up. He's like, he has to tell someone he threw up so they know that, like, he said. He's like, they're like, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know, I just threw up. It might be the thought of losing Jess. I thought Jess held herself very well in Love is Blind, and then she further proved her, like, class in The Perfect Match.
I love yous, though. I was dying. I love you. I love you too.
I'm like, girl, the love bombing is so bad from Harry.
I love you too. But he's so like, I gaslight and I love bomb. Like,
I like Harry because he's very aware. Twisted tea.
Because Josh has been watching Perfect Match.
So what is his thoughts?
Loves Harry.
He's like,
I'd hang out with Harry. Jess is like his
girl.
First round draft pick.
Right.
I'm like, I also get that.
Naturally.
Like, duh. You know who like really grew on the both of us? Steven.
Same. I love Seven and Alara. I think they're so genuine, and I think they actually like each other.
Micah,
Yeah.
I'm not here or there for Micah, but I wasn't here or there for her on Love is Blind either.
Right.
Josh is like, Micah,
She's out.
she ain't it.
So can we talk about Micah and Izzy then?
Yes.
Because Izzy shot his shot so hard with Micah.
Hard.
He instantly gave her the ick. And then when she finally exhausts every single option in the house, I mean, like, she was talking to a rock over Izzy. And he's like, so drunk. So drunk. And she's like, I just want to be like where I'm safe and I want to be. He's like, I'm trying to tell you, honey.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, honey.
So I do want to talk to you about the alcohol on like Netflix shows versus like Love Island, because I believe on Love Island, like, there's a limit.
Yeah. No one's like trashed.
No one's
on Love
trashed.
Island.
And I do think that contributes to so much of the messiness. Like, Izzy should not have been on national television. I'm trying to tell you, honey. He couldn't talk.
I was going to say his mouth wasn't moving.
Somebody put Izzy to sleep.
Yeah. Like he needed to go to bed. I bet you he was so hungover the next day.
So hungover. And
But that's the same thing, like with the boys' day. Harry was trashed. Which, like, leads me to believe he liked Jess.
so let's talk about the Harry and Melinda kiss. And Melinda and Christine specifically clearly go there with a motive. I have a feeling that, like, producers were like, yo, y'all got to mix up some shit. Because clearly they had an incentive of, like, well, Christine, like, girl, she was literally begging Cass to kiss her.
It was giving desperate.
Ooh, it was really freaking me out. I'm like,
I didn't like it at all. Like, she's so beautiful, too. Like, you don't need to do all that.
don't embarrass yourself like that, please, ever again. Because right now, it's not a good look,
No.
love. It's not a good look.
Christine, come on.
Same with Melinda. Like, I didn't love the energy Melinda was bringing. And here's where I think what happened with the Harry and Melinda kiss. I think that Harry was extremely drunk. I think that Harry did not know that, like, the girls were coming. I think he was, like, fully ready to have, like, a fun boys' day and, like, act silly and scuba dive and stuff.
Evidenced by the Googles.
The Google mask.
The goggles.
The goggles. The scuba mask.
Yeah.
And I think Melinda, like, came on strong. He was really drunk. She's probably flirty. And I think he did kiss her. At first, I was like, is Melinda lying right now? But I think that she's not lying. I think that I was gaslit by Harry myself.
Same.
Because his charisma, his screaming, crying, throwing up would have got me too, probably in the moment.
Yeah, we're
Like,
so naive.
I mean, like, he literally loves me so much he's throwing up. Like,
Yeah.
No.
I think they kissed.
I think they kissed. I think that he didn't mean it. I just think he was being stupid. And I think he really does like Jess. But
yeah, I
still
think it
no
meant
excuse.
nothing. It's not okay. But
It's not okay. I'm just like being like so crazy lying. Like, if there like is proof that he actually did and he lied that much, like, that's
Okay.
kind of scary.
Saw on TikTok a theory that kind of like goes into what you're saying. So I can't remember the girl's account, but she said she also thinks that they kissed. However, it was definitely set up by producers. And Harry is a Netflix veteran. Like, he knows he's mic'd up. He knows he's constantly on. And one of the lines he kept saying was, there's no proof.
No one saw
No
it.
one saw it. No one saw it. So at the reunion or whatever there's going to be, it's going to come out. It's going to show he's still gaslighting and feeds back into his brand. Like, it was all set up.
Yeah.
They said it was when he was carrying her over the rocks. They have video of him carrying her,
Then where did they go?
but there was no kiss during the carry. So I think it was just edited. Like, they would not have missed that.
There's
Come on,
no
Netflix
way.
would have
They're
missed that.
going to follow Harry and Melinda wherever they went and catch whatever
And there's
happened.
multiple cameras, different angles. Someone would have got that kiss. They have it. If it really happened, they have it. They're waiting to drop it, probably at a reunion. So Jess is like not prepped to talk about.
That's so mean.
She's gonna be prepped. That's gonna come up at a reunion or whatever.
She's just not going to know that they're going to drop.
but she's gonna see the footage.
It's like the cuties footage of Love Is Blind at the end of
Yep.
Love Is Blind when they were like, drop the footage.
Yep.
And they surely did. If they do that, that will be like explosive television, and I really hope they do.
I think they are, and I could be so wrong, but I really feel like it's
I
gonna
feel
happen.
like it's extremely plausible. And
feel
if
it's gonna
not, I
happen.
think he's going to eventually admit it. I listened to his podcast episode where basically he was like, he's like, next week after the episode drops, like, I'm going to talk about Melinda and be completely honest. And he was like, y'all, it's bad. So, like, just know I fucked up.
Okay. Dom does nothing for me.
Me either. Allie loves him. She thinks he's like so amazing, so great. I don't get it.
No, I'm actually like here or there for Dom. Like, I'm like,
Indifferent.
yeah.
It was funny though when, like, I think he wants to be as cool as Harry and like as popular as Harry, because at one point he was telling Jess, he's like, well, you know, when you're somebody like Harry or even me, people are gonna like try to get screen time with you. I'm like, Dom, relax.
Not into Dom. I'm also not into Brighton.
Let's talk about him.
God.
He's given Louisiana like a really bad name.
Really bad name.
We don't claim him, by the way. Someone like Brighton genuinely is my least favorite person.
Type of person.
Someone who has something to say about everything.
Everything is so argumentative.
Oh my God.
And just like, they're so cocky.
Everything someone says, he's just like, no. Like, I'm better.
Yoga's
I'm
not a
smarter.
workout.
I genuinely hope that he gets humbled at some point in his life.
He will. People like that get humbled.
They really do.
House of the Dragon.
Yes. I also think that House of the Dragon is one that we will have to continuously like kind of come back to.
We will talk about
and
House of the
recap.
Dragon probably every single weekly report.
Yes.
Until the end of this season. So visually stunning. You know, if you're a Game of Thrones person, like, you know, it's executed so well. Characters are great.
What is your Game of Thrones like history? I've never asked you this. I know you watch and you love.
But I was late to the game, like
I was too.
maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes.
Start to finish. Season 8 was
like
coming out.
airing.
I was prepping for that. Watched the first season of House of the Dragon. And
now we're here.
And Josh is really like who pushed me to watch it, because he was like getting ready for season 8 and he's like, you have to watch this. It's so good. He's rewatched Game of Thrones like 3 times.
Same as Matt. And I
Yes.
actually like, I've rewatched it a couple times with him and I want to rewatch it again.
It is really good.
Yeah.
He rewatched season 1 of House of the Dragon. I wasn't prepared
For the terrible ending.
for the horrible ending of this episode. I'm not banning the show though. Like, I'm going to still watch.
I'm not banning the show either. I've seen people say that.
I know. And that's why I'm like, I don't know. Are we the minority? Like, I'm going to watch the show. I think that ending is going to drive the plot insanely.
I agree. And I did find, well, much like Game of Thrones, the first season to be very slow, but it has to happen because you have to world build and there's
Yes.
so many things to understand. I remember my first time watching season 1 of Game of Thrones. I'm like, can I follow this? Like, it's so much.
Because everything's revealed in their conversations.
Exactly. Nothing's
Yes.
just given to you. You have to like
No.
really pick apart every single conversation. And it's verbiage and wordage that we don't use in our daily life. So you have to figure it out.
Yeah, and they also use a lot of like metaphors.
Yes.
Like this first episode.
They speak in metaphors for
Yeah.
sure. And so I think that the terrible ending might be somewhat necessary for it to really like pop off in the way that
Correct.
Game of Thrones did.
Yes.
Because Game of Thrones really did pop off after like the first season of world building. But it's just like sucks that it has to come at like such a horrible cost.
I know. Did they actually kill the son, the baby son? Or did
think
she
they did.
take the son
Oh, we don't
and
know.
leave the daughter?
We don't know that part. They definitely killed a child.
A baby was definitely a baby was definitely killed.
I do think that it will drive the plot, and so heretofore I will continue to watch.
Yeah. So stay tuned for our updates on that.
It is just such a
They'll become more in depth as we get to know more about the show.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Dare I say that was all of our TV?
I think so. We've been talking for a long ass time.
Obsessing.
For 2 products that I've been obsessing over. One, Aquaphor.
Tell
I
me
just
more.
feel like Aquaphor, if there was one product I could bring on a deserted island, it would be Aquaphor.
Okay.
Because I've been recently using it as like I've been moisturizing my lips with it at night before bed. I mean like slathering it on. And I wake up and my lips are like so buttery. And I just feel like Aquaphor, you can use it for a cut,
Yeah. So
scrape.
universal.
your butthole, like literally anything.
Your butthole.
So Aquaphor. Next would be, oh, I got a tongue scraper.
Oh my gosh. Are you obsessed?
Been wanting one ever since you told me about this forever ago.
Yes.
And finally, I got one for me and Matt, and we're both obsessed. I'll never go back
No, you can't.
to being a non-tongue scraper. I can't complete my
Your regimen.
without the tongue
Your
scraper.
regime.
My regime, so I'm obsessed.
Okay, I am currently obsessing over my Erin Condren planner, and I can't remember if I mentioned this already.
No, but
Because
no.
of pregnancy brain. Erin Condren, if you're a physical planner type of person, highly recommend an Erin Condren. They're completely customizable, so I got a new one for the 24-25 year. I'm obsessed. That's
It
all.
looks really pretty too, and it says amber on it.
Amber. Okay, recommending.
Laying in the sun.
Oh, it's so good for you.
I know. I wish I could do it more, really. But like lately I've been like finding chances, you know what I mean? Like it's just been like happening for that. You know that feeling where you're just so tired from being in the sun and you take a good shower and you eat some pizza?
So I didn't know which way to go with this because I have so much that I want to recommend. So I'm just going to quickly recommend my top 5 things that I'm like, these are so necessary during my second trimester.
Yes, I
love that. For my
that.
experience.
Okay, let's hear it.
A pregnancy pillow, especially now that like it's kind of getting a little uncomfortable. Compression socks. My feet have been hurting so bad, like the bottoms of my feet up the back of my calf. So then I was stalking Lauren Bostic's The Skinny Confidential's blog, and when she was pregnant for her second baby, she was posting that she used compression socks.
And she just has 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically the compression socks like keep your blood flowing back up to like your heart. Like it keeps it flowing. So it helps with swelling. It helps with varicose veins.
That just sounds nice in general, to be honest.
They feel so good. I kept them on all day today.
Wow.
I think like, I don't know. I read online like don't go over 8 hours, but like I already mentioned this on an episode, but like the bio oil, Palmer's stretch mark cream have to have. Staying hydrated and using electrolytes, game changer, because I've been getting the worst headaches and I'm like, maybe it's because I'm not hydrated enough. I don't know. They're awful.
So bad.
Pregnancy headaches I was not prepared for.
And you really can't like take anything. I remember having those as well.
No. I've been trying so hard not to take anything. My doctor did say I could take Tylenol.
Oh, for sure.
And so I didn't have to like do it. But I didn't want to.
You can't suffer that much though.
No, they were getting to the point where I was like, I can't even pick my head up.
It's terrible.
And then my last thing is journaling and meditating. So when we were in Clarity Catalyst, like we obviously were holding each other accountable and we were constantly meditating, constantly journaling. Like we were hardcore on it.
The accountability thing would made it so much easier too.
So nice. Well, I'll be real because
life.
I can't tell you the last time I meditated. It's probably been 5 months, 6 months.
And what's crazy is we know how like good it makes us feel. But we just like don't always commit, and I think that's just like part of the human experience. But it's a discipline, like anything.
Because I've been so like emotional, I've been crying, and because I've just been feeling so like overwhelmed. I've been trying to pick it back up, and I just feel so much better. Oh my God, the quality of my day is better. Just like starting the day or ending the day, getting my thoughts out. Good, positive too, like just like getting out how I'm feeling.
I mean, there's so many things that go into why you feel so extra emotional when you're pregnant. Hormones being like number one. It's a physical thing within your body that changes and shifts, but also like the idea that you have something that you love so much. There's so much more to lose in your life.
Oh my God,
that it feels overwhelming. Everything is at stake now all the time.
Yes. And it's like being the best version of yourself means so much more.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, I want to be like a good, like healthy, mentally healthy mom for my baby.
And you know how important that is.
Right. I'm like, I just want our baby to see us happy. And I'm just like, so I'm like, just do the things that you know
make
help
you happy.
Like help you feel good. So I just need to commit. It's a discipline.
It's so hard.
And I know you get this, and I'm sure people listening get this. The unsolicited advice. I just like keep that shit inside. I'm just like, thank you. I just like journal it out.
You have to let it go. Ooh, I'm just mad just thinking about this one time when I was super pregnant working at my mom's store. Like just feeling like absolute like ogre. Literally Shrek. Really? Are you sure there's just one in there? Like, oh my God, it looks like you sure there's yeah, lady. I'm sure. Why? And she probably didn't want to like be mean or hurtful, but like I don't understand people who are not self-aware. Why would you say something like that?
Yeah, it's
are you sure there's one in there? Yeah, because I'm crying every night and I'm so bothered and upset about everything, and I'm obsessed with my baby. I know there's one.
Yes.
Everything matters so much. Like every decision you make like affects something else.
Yes.
So it's like whoa. When your baby's here, you're like, I'm going to explode. Like I love you so much. I literally. You want to crawl out of your skin.
I know. I don't even know how I'm going to handle it. I like just go sit in the nursery. It's literally just like storage right now, y'all. And I just like, I was sitting in there saying, I'm like, I'm going to cry.
I'm obsessed.
So excited.
It's like you said, you want to like come out of your skin.
Like I was 3 minutes pregnant and I'm like, I just adore you.
3 minutes pregnant. You're like in the mirror, like, I'm 34 weeks today.
So I'm 34 weeks today.
Glad we got that off our chest.
I know.
Okay.
Treat.
Which is a Skims bathing suit.
Oh, I love that.
So I got my Skims Fits Everybody t-shirt, and I really liked how it fit me. And I'm like, I think Skims is a good brand.
I like Skims.
Yeah, and I really needed like a good bathing suit for my beach trip, my family beach trip. So I got like a top and a bottom, just like a generic, not a generic, like a basic black. Comfortable.
Probably that buttery.
It's solid.
Classic Skims.
Love it. It's perfect.
Love that. I'm treating myself. I'm getting a facial tomorrow at Ashley Sievert.
Oh my gosh.
I took advantage of the educator.
Yeah.
40% off.
Love that. Sabrina Carpenter. Love.
She's just everything. She is the moment.
She's the moment. Last time we talked about her, she was like not as big. Like it happened quickly.
It did happen quick.
I mean, the Barry Keoghan of it all doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
She's still the moment.
But
it helps. I love that he's like a little puppy.
Please.
And he's like following her around.
I know. It's she's having her moment.
I love that.
And I'm here for it. If she came in concert, I would go see her.
Me too. I feel like that's next for her is a concert.
She's going to go on tour.
Ariana Grande. Here's my thing. Like, well, I guess she's so famous that it's like surpassed like having her moments. Like she's always going to be like,
she's got a moment all the time.
Right. Like one of the most famous people.
Yeah.
But I do like really love some of the songs on her new album. Have you listened to her whole album yet?
Not the whole album.
Me either. But I was very much into Ariana Grande in her like beginning
her
albums.
heyday.
Me and Brianna used to obsess, hyperfixate over this one performance that she did for Barack Obama. It's like she's like performing for Barack and like a group of like social elite people, political elite people, but she's covering Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing. Mm-hmm. We used to watch it like 5 times a day. She's so good.
Her vocal range is just like absolutely insane.
Yes. And so, do you know about Wicked? Like, have you watched the play Wicked? Are you in like the Wicked lore?
Okay. I know Wicked.
Okay.
But I haven't watched the Wicked with her.
No, me either. But I feel like we should make that a thing.
Okay,
let's see it. We should talk about it.
Okay, down.
I watched Wicked on Broadway, and it changed my life. Like I was one of those freaks that was like crying. It's just amazing.
I want to see her in Wicked.
I think she'll be great.
Yep.
Okay, wait, I think that's it.
I have one pop culture for you because I just wanted to see and get your take. Alex Cooper and Spencer Pratt interview. I have not listened to the whole thing, but did you see that little clip I sent you?
No. I didn't watch it yet. I love everything.
Because I've also been seeing some like hot takes on Alex Cooper.
I'm down. I'm interested.
As her as like a interviewer, as like a podcaster. So I'm just interested because I like Alex Cooper.
I like Alex Cooper a lot. But one day I would really love to like really break down the Call Her Daddy with you because it is something that I'm deeply invested in and was. And there's just a lot to it.
Yeah.
Because I have lots of thoughts about Alex Cooper and Sophia.
I know. I used to love watching their vlogs.
I love them.
Their New York vlogs.
They were magic.
They were magic together. And
sparks flying.
They were really good. Dare I say. I'm kind of giving Colby an it.
They might. They'll live up to us one day.
Live up to us.
I think that was like a lot
That's
of talking.
a whole lot. But we do have our next on the shelf.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So at the end of our last book episode, we said that we were going to announce our next on the shelf. And, well, here it is. So our next on the shelf is The Housemaid is Watching. The Housemaid is Watching by Frieda McFadden is the third novel in her best-selling The Housemaid mystery thriller series. This time around, it has been many, many years since Millie's housemaid days. Instead, she's now a social worker. She and her husband, Enzo, and their 2 kids have just moved into a home in the suburbs. But their neighbors are odd and nosy, and there's a housemaid that works for her neighbor who Millie finds unsettling. Millie starts to wonder if there's more going on beneath the surface in this seemingly quaint and serene neighborhood. And that is from the Bibliophile, that summary. I just thought it was a good little synopsis.
Perfect synopsis.
Yeah. So that's our current read. Where are you in the
I'm on chapter 15.
Oh, we are right by each other.
Okay, really?
Yes, I just started 16.
Okay, perfect. So we love Frieda. We loved Housemaid Secret. So we're like, we have to read the third, and y'all have to read the third with us because I could tell we're going to have some things to say.
We're going to have some things to say.
And y'all have to be part of the conversation.
Will it be controversial? I don't know.
I don't know. So it might be different than other previous Frieda episodes.
It might be different.
We're going to keep it real.
If you don't read, Colby always gives a summary.
And don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it. Read the book.
All right. Thank y'all so much for listening. Follow us on Instagram at Open Books Podcast so you can interact with us. If you do read the book, you can let us know what you think there. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.